Parliament, and what a week it has been. We have seen this week on blatant display the absolute double standard of this government in how they apply rules when it's themselves involved, as opposed to how they apply rules when it's people like the ordinary constituents in my electorate who are affected. We started this week on Monday with the most extraordinary outcome of the Parliament having to unanimously carry a motion to refer the Deputy Prime Minister of this nation to the High Court for a determination on whether he is actually eligible to sit in this place. Now, those rules in that circumstance are the Constitution. They're there in the Deputy Prime Minister's own words when he was happy to jump on the bandwagon on the back of Green senators having to resign. As he said, they are black and white, and it's just sloppiness that would mean you weren't complying with them. Now we see when he himself is caught up in this situation, oh, it's all a different situation. We've heard there's a problem with the rules. They aren't really reflective of what they should be. We've heard that there's a problem with how you interpret those rules. We've heard that perhaps he didn't actually know about the rule or the circumstance in which he found himself. And of course we've heard the perennial final excuse by this government, it's all Labor's fault. Somehow this extraordinarily unprecedented and ridiculous situation they've got themselves in is all Labor's fault. The Deputy Prime Minister, at the very least, should have stood aside from his executive positions, as Senator Canavan did, because the outcome of his continuing in that role is that we have a situation where, in the House of Representatives, with a one-seat majority, we've seen legislation pass that has directly affected constituents in my electorate. Let's not talk about all those constituents who this government sent threatening and distressing letters to about their compliance with Centrelink requirements, the vast majority of whom were found to have complied with the rules. It was okay to come down like a ton of bricks on them in those circumstances, but a different set of rules when it's them involved. And let's not forget, one of those one-vote majority votes took penalty rates off people in my electorate. Over 10,000 of them lost their penalty rates on one vote, and this government continues to say that they can operate without complying with the rules in a way that they never extend to ordinary people like my constituents.